Hello, this is Tom Styles, and this is Tom's Radio Room Show. And band conditions for shortwave have been crazy the past couple of weeks because of all these solar storms. And you get some weird effects, like I was listening to China radio out of Chiric, which I think is it Chiric or not? Anyway, there's a transmitter down south of Florida, and China radio just comes booming in from that transmitter because it's so close. And it was bizarre because the audio there's plenty of audio and there was no noise, but the audio was distorted. Now maybe it's the radio, I don't know. You can see right now, or maybe you can see, I'm listening to WWV at 10 megahertz and getting some lightning crashes. Plus, see if I can zoom in here on that S meter. That S meter is bouncing around all over the place. Look at that. So we got some really strange conditions going on right now. But anyway, that's not what I wanted to show you. What I wanted to show you is, zoom out here as far as possible, and I'll move the camera over. Here's a little new device I'm playing with. Not the stand. This is my little universal. It's originally made to put your cell phone in. It's got this little mounting bracket that you can put your cell phone in. That's what I got it from originally. But this week they had on sale this dash cam that fits on your automobile dash to record video and audio. Supposedly continuous, that's an option, but I found out it's not really continuous. And maybe it's something to do with file size or something, but it records 1.8 something gigabytes, and then it closes that file and then starts another file. That's in the so-called continuous recording. So that's a little quirk I don't understand. But the idea is I was going to use this for recording long-term, meaning 24 hours, what's going on my radio so that I can monitor it when I'm away. So that's what I'm playing with right now. It's got a whole bunch of resolutions from about 952 by something down to what's called normally 720p, which I think is probably the best recording resolution. And it goes even lower than that. And I'm going to do some experimenting to see, because of course, the lower the resolution, the smaller the file size. And right now, it's using a little micro SD card for memory storage, and it's a 16 gigabyte card. And I think 16 minutes was giving me that was the 1.8 gigabytes of storage. So that's, say 2 gigabytes. So that means you're only going to get 8 files, or 8 times 16 minutes, whatever that is. See, 4, 5, that's about 2 hours. About 2 hours. So you're only going to get about 2 hours at 720p. So I'm going to try the other lower resolutions to see what the quality of the video, because the main thing I'm looking for is and this display has, this is the time up in the corner, and of course this is the frequency, so I'll know what time of day something came on the air. And of course another feature of this dash cam, is what they call them, is that you can also have it record the date and time along with the video. So you have the time recorded in the video too by the camera. So it gives you that feature too. It comes with, it was on sale this week for $22, and it comes with a little power cable. I think this is the one, USB power cable. It has the battery in it, but the battery is only good for about 3 or 4 minutes of recording, so not very useful. What I've been using is another cord with an AC adapter so that I can have it powered 24 hours if I want to. And it also comes with a little stand. This is for mounting onto your windshield like this. So the mount is upside down, and it's got this funky little attachment, so it does not have a standard tripod screw-in mount, that's why I'm using this funky little thing that you use for cell phones, because the mounting part of this will screw into a standard mount that's on a camera, and then it comes with this little adapter, that kind of a funky little thing. And because this camera is too small for the frame adjusts by pulling this thing out, spring loaded. I've had to add this little pad here so that it takes up the space. So, and it also comes with, again, this is made to use in your vehicle. Here is the power adapter that plugs into your cigarette lighter, and that's what you use to power this thing. And it's got bazillion modes and options, resolution, white balance, just all kinds of modes. And like I say, 2 things I was going to use it for initially is recording of the radio, and another option I was thinking about using is this would be, if it works, I don't know what kind of quirks it's got, a security camera that I could stick in one of the windows of my house and put it outside. And what it does is, once it fills up the memory, this is kind of what it generally says. I've got to test it yet. What it should do is, once it fills up your memory card, it should start erasing the files and writing new files. So as long as you check it periodically, in my case, if I'm using 720, it's only 2 hours before I fill up that 16 gigabyte hard drive. I could go to a 32 gig hard drive, SD card. Then you could have a continuous recording. The other thing is, like I say, you can go down, there's like 2 or 3, I think, resolutions below 720, which that would give you an extended recording time. I have to experiment with that yet. The one major drawback, let me see if I can find it again. Oh, here it is. Oh, the manual that comes with it is written in a micro font, and let's see, one side of this is in English, starts here in the middle, but the writing is so small I can't read it. I tried to even read it with a magnifying glass, and it's readable but difficult. So, and I searched like heck to find a manual online that was a reasonable size, and I found one, but it was just a partial manual. Now, what this is I don't even remember what it even is. Shoot. It's dadgummit, what's the model number? It doesn't say. Well, maybe I already threw the box away because I decided I'm going to keep it. I'll look up what the model number is, and I'll put a link in the description if you're interested. Like I say, it is It is a what it is a dash cam. I saw some reviews of it, and the reviews were pretty good. The video that it produces is reasonable. I've recorded a couple of videos at 720, and they're adequate. There's nothing wrong with them. Matter of fact, they do as good a job as my handheld Sony video recorder, which only goes up to 720. And I did not try. There's two more resolutions above the 720. I did not try them because they use a lot of memory, and the 720 resolution was more than adequate for what I want to do. So that's fine. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is looking at these dash cams. I saw another one today that was only $14 on sale on Amazon, and I thought about ordering that, but I didn't order that because I don't have any money in my Amazon credit account, so I'd have to actually spend money, which I don't have. So I'm holding off right now and see how that happens. The other thing I did is, another thing they had on sale is, and it's not really related to radios except emergency type situations, is I got this little battery, USB connector battery. It's a Duracell, and it was advertised at 1 amp. That's the capacity, 1 amp at 5 volts. And for grins, I charged it up, and I tried to charge my cell phone. And my cell phone, I think the numbers were, it was at 47% charge, and when this thing used up all its juice, it was up to like 72% charge. So it only charged at 20%, which in an emergency, that would be more than adequate to get a phone call out. The thing is that the reason I was kind of fascinated by it is it's so small. That's why I was fascinated. I have another one that I bought about a month ago. That's this guy right here. This guy's mammoth compared to that little guy, but this is 10,000 milliamps or 10 amps. So this is good for 10 amps. So I'm trying those two out. I probably will do a review of them, again, from the standpoint of emergency power, because I do address emergency radios. And the original reason I bought these was let me move this out of the way. I'm kind of rambling here, but what the heck, weather conditions for receiving shortwave are in the toilet right now, so can't do that. But the reason I bought those is this guy has a little battery in it in the back. This is the Kato Pro 600 emergency radio, and besides using AA batteries, it has a little storage battery. It's about the size of the batteries that go into your wireless home phone, 600 milliamps. And there's 3 ways you can charge, well, 4 ways you can charge that. You can charge it using the crank over here, and you get a few minutes for a few minutes of cranking, not a lot. You can charge it with a USB device, which this is what the output of this is, USB. And you can charge it using an AC adapter, and you can charge it using this little solar cell. Well, I did the solar cell thing, and it sat in the sun for 3 or 4 hours, and you charged it a little bit, but only like 2 minutes of radio play, so that wasn't going to hack it. So I was thinking about, having these guys on hand leaving them in the charge mode, and so they get charged up and stay charged up. And then when emergency comes up, I can use this or big guy here to charge this guy fully, the 600 milliamp battery and rechargeable battery inside this thing, fully charge it, and then I've got full operation of this radio in the case of an emergency. Now, one thing I've noticed, I've had this radio charged because I used one of these two, I don't remember which one, to charge it about a week now, and it's off, but the display is always on. So it's held, that 600 milliamp little battery is held up for over a week now. Again, the radio's been off. Okay? So much for that. So that's kind of things I'm doing. I really appreciate any inputs of things you want me to test or to try or to play with, be it radios, be it antennas, be it battery packs, cameras for security or whatever is inexpensive. This, like I say, this one was $22, and I'm looking at another one that's similar. The form factor is completely different, but it does have the screw in the bottom for your tripod, and it's $15 right now on sale on Amazon. That's one thing good about Amazon is in the summertime they have some terrific terrific sales. And so I'm always on the watch for these little knickknacks and gadgets and radios and stuff like that during the summer. There's a new new Sagen radio coming out. It's just coming out. I think someone said that it's available at Universal Radio for $100. It's advertised at Amazon for $100, but it's not in stock on Amazon. Brand new Sagen radio. Hope to save up my pennies and get one of those to review. It's about the size of this guy right here. It's about the size of this battery. It does not have single sideband, but it has everything else. It just doesn't have single sideband. So it should be an interesting little radio. It is a little pricey, but it's brand new. So hopefully the price will come down to something a lot less than $99. So anyway, that's the rambling for tonight. I guess band conditions. Oh, I see that the WWV, the S meter now is kind of steadied out. Now there it went back down to 0. Yep. So it's a terrible night. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to plug the antenna and do something else. Oh, I was going to play with this guy. I'm going to play with this guy, check out the resolution. I never did show you the front of it. There's the front of it. It supposedly will work in the dark, but it definitely won't work as a dash cam in the dark because all it's got is the tiny 4 little LEDs to illuminate for nighttime recording. I think that function is pretty useless. But the other, the daytime recording is, and even sitting here in my office with all my lights on, it seems pretty good. So anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and be sure you disconnect your antennas in all these storms. I wouldn't want to lose a radio. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.